You're listening to the newest episode of Life Equals Choices, Choices Equal Life, with your host, Kim Olver.
This is Kim, and welcome to the 47th episode of Life Equals Choices, Choices Equal Life. I was supposed to have this interview with the choice theory couple this week, but Rob had to get surgery for a knee injury, so I won't be interviewing them until next season. So stay tuned. Today, I want to talk with you about the seasons of love, something I write about in my book, Secrets of Happy Couples. I like Avia. Love is shiny when new and bursting with color. Strengthening with time, it grows and then one day becomes even more beautiful than when it began. And that speaks of the idea of love and relationships going through different seasons. So long-term committed cycle begins again. The length of your relationship and the experiences you have shared will determine how many seasons you've been through. Discovery occurs during the spring, meaning the beginning of your relationship. It's when couples are exploring each other, delighting in the discovery. Of new things. Summer is associated with support. The relationship is still quite new, and as you get to know one another, you are enamored and seeing only the positive. When something is discovered that doesn't match how you think things should, you're quick to provide your support, empathy, and understanding. Autumn brings challenges. This can mean a stressor on the relationship, conflict, or an invitation. Invitation to become more than you ever thought possible with your partner's help. Is a time for regrouping and renewal. This is a time when couples regroup from the challenges of autumn and find their balance again. John DeMartini in The Breakthrough Experience writes about love as being a combination of support and challenge. Without both, love is lopsided and flawed. Most couples I surveyed for my book mentioned some combination of support and challenge in their relationships. Although support is associated with summer and challenge with autumn, these can occur in other seasons as well. Let's first get together. It's springtime. They're discovering each other for the first time. Everything is new. This season can be both awkward and exciting. You're getting to know a new person. When that discovery is fun and you appear to be compatible, it's very exciting. If you have differences or conflicts early on, you may choose to end this relationship in the spring. Most people in the spring of their relationship put their best foot forward. They are nice, kind, polite, attentive, and interested in the things the other person likes. They want this new person to like them. The spring usually feels great and often leads into the summer. Summer is for support. During the summer season, couples are spending more and more time together. They enjoy each other and share many things. Their relationship is progressing, and they're supportive of each other. They'll passionately defend them if someone should speak against their partner. Support is being someone's best friend, seeing their faults and loving them anyway. Support is being positive about the things your lover wants to do, even if they don't include you. Support is listening to your partner's hopes and fears. Support is keeping your partner's secrets. Support is being your partner's coach and biggest cheerleader. Support is providing a place of refuge for your partner, a place where he or she can find peace. So what if your loved one wants to do something and it affects you in a negative way? How do people stay supportive when their partner wants something they don't want them to want? These are some real life examples. I remember being quite impressed with my son's fiance in the early part. He wanted to go out of town to visit his brother over the weekend at college. That wasn't the big deal. The big deal was that this weekend wasn't just any weekend, it was Valentine's Day. And she gave her blessing. She was only 16 at the time, but I thought she was incredibly wise when it came to relationships. A client of mine, Kathy, told me about a time not long ago when her husband had made a decision to go out of town with his father to work for about 10 days. Guess when it happened? Valentine's Day. The woman was unhappy about him going. It meant she'd be alone for Valentine's Day and her workload would increase because now she'd have to take care of their daughter by herself. However, she sent him away with her blessing. Steve, a newlywed, returned home from military service in Iraq. When he learned that his unit was going to be deployed again, he decided to reenlist. His wife, Christine, was not happy about that decision. She was pregnant, and she knew he would most likely not be back for the birth of their first child. However, she also understood the value of support. She said, "This is what Steve loves. He could never be happy staying behind when people he cares about are going to war." Though young, Christine understood the value of support. Here's what can happen when the support isn't there. Another client of mine told a story about wanting to go to his family's reunion out of town. His family didn't have reunions very often, so this one was quite special, and he was really looking forward to attending. However, his wife wasn't going to be able to go on this trip. He still wanted to go, but his wife asked him to stay home with her since she couldn't go. Fortunately, the year after that reunion, a handful of the participants died without this man being able to have that time with them. He resented his decision and ultimately resented his wife too. Eventually, they divorced. When you love someone, you support their goals and direction, even when what your partner wants conflicts with what you want. You certainly have the right to ask for what you want, but once the decision is made, you need to support it, even if it isn't what you asked for, while figuring out how to meet your needs in the meantime in a way that doesn't threaten the relationship. Know that your significant other isn't doing what they're doing to intentionally hurt you. In any given situation, people are doing what they think is best to get what they want with the information they have available to them. When you love someone, isn't that what you want? For them to get what they want? I know it can be difficult, especially if it means your partner gets what they want and you don't. It can seem unfair. However, when you step back, your partner didn't prevent you from getting what you need, even if they might have prevented you from getting what you wanted. Your job in that situation is to figure out 5 needs: safety and security, connection, significance, freedom, and joy would have been met by your partner doing what you wanted. Once you know what the need or needs are that are being frustrated, you can decide how to get more of that in your life, hopefully in a way that doesn't threaten or weaken your relationship. Even when someone seems to be engaging in a selfless act for another person, they're doing that to be the person they want to be. It's still about them getting what they want. They want to be and be seen as the person willing to sacrifice for others. People always do what they do to get what they want in that moment. Does that mean you're not important? Of course not. It just means that your partner has some wants and desires that may have nothing to do with you. And if you truly believe that your partners deliberately disrespect you, then why are you with that person in the first place? It may be time to make a change. The happy, satisfied, committed couples who responded to my survey for the book commented on the importance of having the unconditional support of their partners. They knew that they could do whatever they needed to do and would support them, and that was important for them. I'm not talking about being someone's doormat, though. When your significant other wants to do something and you stand in the way, do you think that that strengthens or weakens your relationship? Do it often enough and you won't have a relationship. Do it often enough and you won't have a relationship. Or worse, your partner could become the person you want and lose themselves in the process. After that kind of soulless transformation, you will likely lose interest in them. Take responsibility for meeting your own needs. Love conditional support of another. Unconditional support means that even if your loved one does something you don't like, you'll be supportive anyway. It really isn't about you. I'm definitely not talking about letting your partner treat you badly. I want to be clear about that. I'm talking about supporting the persons that are important in their life. If your partner's work is important, then appreciate the time and energy it takes for them to invest in it. If time alone is important, then allow the person the time they need. Even if your significant other decides you are not the one for them, allow your partner to move on without interference from you. This is the definition of real support in a loving relationship. Challenge comes in the autumn season. The autumn season brings challenges to overcome. After the smooth sailing of the summer, autumn introduces new conditions to the relationship. This can include stressors to the relationship, such as moving, the birth of a child, job or career changes, financial stressors, an affair, caring for elderly parents, children leaving home, or the death of someone important to one of the relationship or both. Some relationships can't survive these challenges and couples separate. Challenges can occur in the form of a deadlock conflict between you, or one or both of you are working to better yourselves and you want your partner to serve as an accountability partner or someone who points out things you see, all for your ultimate benefit of becoming better than you even thought you could be. Some couples won't last through the autumn season. Other couples stay together but separate emotionally. Successfully navigating the autumn season means you face the challenge together. Get through it. It means you face the challenge together. Get through it and emerge stronger on the other side. One area of challenge occurs throughout all the relationship seasons. The challenge of holding your partner accountable for being the best they can be, particularly in the areas they would like to be successful. Challenging your partner is always done in private and in a loving, supportive way. If you think your partner's wrong about something, ask them to explain their thoughts. Remember, you still may not see things in the same way based on your individual values, perceptions, and experiences. This is okay to reach agreement. The goal is to seek to understand, even if you disagree. If there's something your partner wants to do but lacks the skill or confidence, be encouraging. Encourage your partner to be the best they can be, particularly in those areas where they want to excel. Do not encourage they want to excel. Do not encourage them to become something that will make your life better that they don't aspire to. You're encouraging them to become what they want to be, not what you want them to be. Two couples. Ed and Elaine are a happy, committed interracial couple. He always wanted to expand his solo vocal career. Up until that point, Ted sang bass in several different groups, but that did not showcase his vocal agility and talent. Elaine bought him some musical equipment and encouraged him to form a band and create his own solo show. He is now a successful R&B successful couple. Jennifer has struggled with her weight her entire adult life. Joel is very supportive of the person she is, never criticizing her body size. Whenever she decides she wants to join a gym or begin a new diet, Joel challenges her to maintain her program. If she's less than successful, he supports her unconditionally again. He has mastered the art of balancing support and challenge in his love relationship. Winter renewal. Winter is a time for renewal. After the challenge of the autumn season, it's time to regroup and restore your relationship's equilibrium. If you have successfully navigated the challenges of autumn, then you and your partner need a dormant period to connect, reconnect, and assess how you may be changed individually and as a couple. Going through the challenge of autumn has its effects. You'll likely be different by going through those challenging experiences. Your relationship's equilibrium might be disturbed, and you'll need some quiet time as a couple to determine the new parameters and balance of your relationship. Some couples will get through the autumn and find that they don't have any basis left for a relationship, and they'll split up. They'll re-enter the alone stage. Other couples will come through the challenge of autumn and become even stronger. It's rare that a couple comes through an autumn challenge with zero changes at all to their relationship. The Chinese have two symbols used together to identify the concept of crisis. Those two symbols individually mean danger and opportunity. Each challenge brings a danger of what could happen if the challenge isn't met, but there's also the danger of meeting one person grows and the other remains stagnant. Then, in the evaluation of the relationship, they may find it's better to go their separate ways. The opportunity is in the change itself, and then what the couple makes from those changes. Many times, people come through the autumn challenges even stronger than they were when they began. This happens when they discover a newfound or deepening respect of the other because of the challenges. Once balance in the relationship has been restored, the couple will re-enter the spring season of discovering who they are now after going through their respective changes. It can be an exciting time all over again. And the seasons repeat over and over for as long as the couple remains in a long-term committed relationship. Depending on the season in which you find yourself, you may want to adapt your mindset. Sometimes people challenge in the discovery stage. This could happen because one or both are looking for reasons to disqualify someone as a potential partner, even as they're just getting to know one another. It could be counterproductive to bring support to a challenge situation or to bring challenge to a support situation. Challenging someone who needs support can be detrimental to the relationship. Similarly, supporting when your partner needs challenge will give the impression that all is well when it isn't, in essence, encouraging the status quo. A true partner provides the challenge needed when their partner wants to stretch. Supporting during this time means that you make excuses when your partner isn't staying the course. This can lead to them being unsuccessful and you smoothing things over so they can feel okay about that. Similarly, being challenging in the winter season can create more disruption in your relationship, since that's a time for reasons of love. What season are you in? And which mindset does it require? Discovery, support, challenge, or renewal? If you'd like help with your relationship, check out my book, Secrets of Happy Couples, available for order in bookstores or online distributors such as Amazon and Barnes & Noble. If you'd like to set up couples coaching, the link is in the show notes to schedule a free 20-minute coaching session to see if we're a good match for each other and if coaching is actually for you. I hope you enjoyed today's show and that you'll join me when I interview Nigel Beckles, relationship coach and narcissism expert. I'm looking forward to it. Talk with you then.
This has been another thought-provoking episode of Life Equals Choices, Choices Equal Life. To listen to past episodes, visit our website at www.therelationshipcenter.biz/podcast and remember to subscribe.